Hey, Spilled Milkers, welcome back. Andrew Zimmern here. Yes, I'm in my house. Yes, I grabbed the first t-shirt after I got home from a long trip that was clean and on the top of the pile, which you guessed it, is the shirt that someone pointed out 2 weeks ago they really liked that I was wearing. No, I don't wear the same shirt every time that I do this. Happy holidays. This is the last Ask Me Anything Before Christmas. No, I'm not Santa. I don't know what the hell is going on. I've got like some weird cowlicks in my beard. I need to get it all fixed. Anyway, that's what's going on for me. How about for you? Everyone having a good end of the year? I hope so. Let's get right to it. By the way, if you're in need of stocking stuffers at the last minute, a gift subscription to Spilled Milk, or some of my spices, andrewzimmern.com, go get both of them. Bernie writes, any restaurant trends you want to see go away next year? Or restaurant wishes you'd like to see come true? Should customers be nicer? Question mark. Yeah, I mean, I read shit all the time about this issue. Should people show up on time for a reservation? Should they leave within a reasonable hour? Should they limit special requests? Should they tip better, be kinder to staff? All that kind of stuff. And do I agree with all that? Absolutely. Do I also feel at the same time that customers are paying for a service or a product? And if you choose to walk away from an establishment because you don't believe the quality of the product or the service is up to snuff, go ahead and do so. Go ahead and do so. But just because you can afford a $25 Kettle One martini up, extra olives, little bit dirty, doesn't give you the right to be an asshole. And one thing that I've seen over and over and over again is people being jerks, not only in restaurants, but I mean, everywhere that there's a counter online waiting to check into a hotel. It's check-in time is 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock. It's noon and someone is there screaming at the lowest level of employee in the front-facing system, the person behind the desk, not a manager, it's not a reservation VP. It's the person checking people in, yelling at them because somehow they think they're better and deserve more. It just absolutely boggles my mind. People should do all those things, but most importantly, be nicer. Life is hard. If the last 4 years have not shown you that life sometimes, oftentimes, most of the time isn't fair and we should just support each other and be nicer, I don't know what I have to offer you. Why wouldn't people want to be decent to someone who owns a small business, a restaurant, and just show up on time for your reservation? Why would someone want to overload an establishment with special requests or linger forever while other guests pile up at the front door waiting for a table? It's crazy making to me. That's called sharing and selflessness, right? Hey, why don't we get up from our table? We've just been here for 2 hours and go get a drink at the bar, or go somewhere else and sit down and chat. There's people waiting to sit down and eat. This poor restaurant needs to turn their tables to make a money. That's their product. Their table is their product. Why don't people want to be better tippers? Why wouldn't they want to be? If you can afford to eat out, then you're privileged. Why be rude to anyone, anywhere, at any time? I cannot believe for me. I'm shocked that in 2023, we're actually in need, which we are, by the way, of asking guests to be kinder to servers and retail employees of all kinds. Any front-facing job, working with consumers, anyone behind a counter, as I said, from airline employees to reservation staffers, you name it, is getting abused in greater numbers today than ever before. What do these entitled people want? Who do they think they are? Buying a sandwich or a $500 bottle of champagne, it doesn't give you the right to be discourteous and offensive, to behave poorly or raise your voice to someone. Ever. And by the way, nor should someone on the service side do that to you. But I don't see that. I always see it being provoked by the person on the consumer side of the counter. Do you know how many flights I'm on a month? A lot more than anyone I know. You know how many of them are delayed? Half of them. 99% because of no one's fault. Weather. And safety reasons. And yet people are yelling and screaming at the person who's delivering the news. It is absolutely mind-boggling to me. If you are a regular customer of United or American or Delta or Spirit or, Virgin or whatever, and you feel that your planes you're somehow being targeted and and being penalized by the airline, don't fly them anymore. Do that. Vote with your feet. See how much better it is on another airline. Because I'll tell you something, as someone who flies a lot of airlines and is a multi-million miler on several of them, everyone's trying the best they can. Truly. Are there exceptions to the rule? Sure there are. But no one's targeting you. No one's trying to be unfair to you. So be nice to the people who are simply delivering the message. I want to encourage guests, restaurant goers, food lovers to seriously ask themselves, why do you go out to eat? Why do you go out to eat? What do you really want from that experience? Because if it's to engage in the company of a loved one or friends and enjoy a meal, or just to grab a quick lunch on the go by yourself, if that's what you want, then focus on what you're bringing to the experience and not how much dignity you can strip someone of because they didn't get you your coffee quickly enough. Think about it. Why are you going out? Why are you going out? People need to relax and enjoy their lives and lower their expectations of others, not because they don't deserve a certain level of finish of a meal they pay for, but because expectations are resentment builders. And that's like taking poison and waiting for the other person to die. It's a miserable way to live. My fear is that as a nation, as we become more divided and our world is more divisive, somehow it's become okay to be more boorish publicly in all spheres of life. I've spent a lifetime reminding people that restaurants are where we live our lives. They're the lifeblood of our main streets. They help define our culture. And as we strangle them to death and commoditize them, we are simply hurting ourselves. We're the losers. Restaurants aren't predicated on financial transactions as much as they are predicated on emotional ones. We feel things in them. And most of the time when I'm in them, I feel great. I feel better when I leave. But I try to go in there with a really good attitude of not only what am I going to get from the experience, but what am I going to bring to the experience? Okay, I'm done. I got that off my chest. Michael writes,